Hey, Bob here. It's July 28th, Tuesday afternoon. It's about 4:15. And last couple of days I've been starting to route the tops on my two guitars. This is the Spruce top. And I tape off the sound hole so I don't get a lot of dust in there when I'm routing. I've made my cut here the exact same depth as the back binding, just slightly over 1/4 inch. And I've been working to get the binding fit. And now as I go around the guitar here, the binding fits just the way I like it, just slightly proud of the side. And this is where the binding will hide underneath the fingerboard after the fingerboard's glued on. You can see the recess here. What I do is I measure over 5/8 of an inch from the center line, and I put a mark, and that'll be the end of the channel. I do the same on each side. And then when I'm actually chiseling the stuff out of there, it ends up being a tiny bit smaller, the distance from the center line to the end of the route. I also use a sharp number 11 blade to cut. So it's a series of cutting and chiseling out. And I use 3 different chisels. I have a 2mm 2 cherries chisel here. This is 2mm. And then I've got a Marples that I ground down decades ago. It's a little bit thinner, it's about 1.5. And then I have a 1mm chisel, which I bought from Luthier Mercantile many years ago. And I also use either a 1/4 inch or 3/8 just to hog out some of the leftover rosewood. I'll hog it out here a little bit and then continue with, let's say, the 2 cherries, go in, chisel it out, work it out of there. And in the end, I want the binding to fit perfectly in the slot. Now, these bindings right now are long. This binding is probably close to 3 inches too long. It's about 2 5/8 inches too long. So I'll have to cut it. But right now, the binding fits perfectly. And on both sides, you'll see both of them are cut. So you won't be able to see much from this angle, but you'll see this one fits too. Now this particular binding has some sapwood creeping in here, and I need to dye it black. And I'm having a hard time finding my black dye because we were going to move last October and I packed everything up. So of course I can't find where I packed it, but I need to dye this little sapwood here black before I glue it on. You can see it right there. No big deal. Also, I've got my purflings all made up here. You can see they're all cut and sanded and cleaned up. And this is black and white. Okay, and each veneer, the black veneer is 20 thousandths and the white maple veneer is 20 thousandths. So this should come in at 40 thousandths of an inch. And let's see if I can get my caliper out of here. The tripod leg is in the way of me opening this drawer any further. There we go. And let me see if I'm right. Should be 40 thousandths. It's a little thicker. It's actually, oh wait a minute, no, I take it back. It is 40 thousandths. It's actually slightly less than 40 thousandths, okay? But there'll be two of these. See if I can show you. Start with Z here. So I'll take, just as an example, it will be white, black, like this. And the next step is to route for the purflings, okay? In fact, this is probably 2.5 millimeters is my guess. It's hard for me to see it. Yeah, it's about, actually I take it back, it's about, no, I'm right, it's about 2.5 millimeters. So I'll have to route a 2.5 millimeter wide channel, and by as deep as I want to go, I won't go all the way through the soundboard. So the next step on this particular guitar is to route for the purflings, okay? The one last thing I wanted to say is, before I routed for the top, of course, you know I put on shellac. You saw that maybe in a previous video. But I did use a brand new router bit. And it's, I don't know if you can see this. I'm trying to show it from the camera. Brand new 3/8 wide by 3/4 inch long. Just a straight flute with carbide tips and a 1/4 inch shank for the router. And it was nice. It cut beautifully. I felt the other bit was getting a little bit tired. So I got a new one for 10 bucks online and plus shipping. I dropped my Amazon Prime, so I had to pay for shipping, $6.99. Anyway, so the good news is I'm all routed for the binding, and I've got a route for the purfling. I'm not sure what I'm doing tomorrow, but if I'm free, I will probably do that tomorrow. Okay, that's it. Bob checking out. I just wanted to show you this progress on this particular guitar. And I will continue on this one. I'll get the binding, I'll get the purflings in, then I'll put the bindings on. And once the purflings and the bindings are all glued, I will just let it sit for a while and harden while I start to work on the other guitar, doing the same thing. Okay? We're coming to the end of July and it's damn hot in Orlando. Every day is between 94 and 96. And even the workshop, late in the afternoon, like I am right now, it's 82.6 degrees in here with the air conditioner going. And the relative humidity is 37. And you wouldn't think that in Florida with all the moisture we get. But I don't like being in the 30s, but 37 is not too bad. I like being in the low 40s. Anyway, it is what it is. I usually put water in the workshop. I have a big humidifier that will put quite a bit of water in here, but I just haven't done it because I got all this, you can't see it, but there's boxes and everything in the background. The shop is kind of a mess right now from moving back. We were going to move, but then we had to bring everything back. So that's it. Bob out. Hope you all having a great day.